In another time. In another dimension. Bearded warriors. Trapped in an eternity of vapid space. Doomed to wander the galaxy. Broadcasting their nonsense to the void. This is StarCast.
He's great. He's really good.
Oh my god! I'm like,
Does seem to get typecast a little bit though, doesn't he?
Well,
Hello.
What?
Hi there, everybody.
We are talking about Stargate here, if you don't
I know.
mind.
We just continue on. I'm sure everybody would love to hear about it.
Talk about Stargate cast.
Sure, go ahead. I'll just sit back here. My back is killing me anyway, so it's
Okay, fine.
I'll hang back. You guys talk Stargate.
Hello.
Okay, we're done.
Oh, you're done
Yeah.
now? Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Now that people are listening.
talk about that now.
Hello and welcome everybody to StarCast, a Star Citizen podcast where we're going to discuss Star Citizen and basically discuss the minutia and the details and actually do absolutely no good. There's nothing good that's going to come of this. A bit of an issue tonight. We were a little bit late getting started, and it's because my internets is apparently
Let's be specific here.
apparently being all crazy. Perfect Nerd, who's in Chicago, which is where I'm actually streaming to, is coming in like he's using a cell phone. Matter of fact, a cell phone might come in a little bit better. Perfect.
I'm actually not in Chicago. I'm
Oh.
currently in Ohio. If I
Oh.
was in Chicago, it would be
You're
a
even
problem.
closer than you were before to me.
Well, I have 1 minute up. You gotta remember that.
I think
Oh, yeah.
I think
1 minute
3G is like 5 or 4G is 5.
I might,
It's okay.
I might
The
consider
blurry state.
We'll make it work. It's okay. Yokoro says, "Yay, the StarCast with Geekdomo, Future Stockist, Perfect Nerd, many voices are trained everywhere, Bod, the Mod, and Coexistence, the Core." There you go. There's our introduction. I didn't even have to do it. Thank you, Yoko Rose. Now we're done.
That's an
Okay.
introduction.
And good night.
And good night. We're good. So yeah, lots of stuff going on the last couple of days. Oh my god. We have some questions already started. If you guys remember, just if you want to ask us some questions, put it in the brackets. Bracket question bracket. And then we'll know that's the question. And our moderator, Bod the Mod, who's incognito still. He's still on the run from the government. They're chasing him down for illegal crack possession.
Unfortunately,
Not
in his exile,
Kermit
he
the
is in his exile, he has started listening to Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, a stuffed Kermit the Frog with a flashlight in its ass. So
We were unsure at how the flashlight managed to lodge itself up the poor Kermit's rectum.
It's a good place to hide the flashlight. No one's going to look in there.
So that's why Bod is in.
Not necessarily true. I know a few people. Never mind. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
That use their urethra.
So we have a lot of hot topics tonight. We're probably going to get in some trouble, but I don't give a damn because we've been known to be vapid and completely controversial at times. So it's okay.
At the same time.
Yeah,
At the
vapid.
same time.
Yes, which takes a lot of work. You guys don't understand in the
People are
audience
not talking about it.
about
You don't understand how much work we put into being vapid.
yes.
Yeah. All right.
I've been
Hours
watching.
and hours.
I've been watching 10 for the Chairman like 6 times already. All right, so where do we want to start? I guess Cybewolf's already starting in with some questions. We have some questions from last week. We're going to pull a few of them in, some of the better ones that we didn't get a chance to ask last week.
The other ones.
Ranger XML says, please not the Oculus Rift. I'm sorry.
So if we don't ask your question from last week... Oh, well, I wasn't here last week, so you can't put it on me.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to talk about the Oculus Rift.
We're going to talk about the Oculus Rift. We're going to talk about the new Asteroid hangar. We're going to talk about Mr. Dan Giesling, which I have a whole video for that. Yeah. We'll go ahead and I'll play that later. Give you guys a break. I'll play a little video that I did, my grumpy old gamer. And then what else? Oh, we got some other stuff to talk about too. So let's just get on to it. All right. So the first thing, let's talk about. Let's see, I put it up here in the text. Gotta go find it now. What do you got there, Dane? What is this?
Is it incense or raw
All
spaghetti?
All we hear is crackle, 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 crackle,
I
crackle.
thought you were eating raw spaghetti.
No.
That's what it looks like.
I'm making up for the fact that we can't hear you eating, Core.
Oh yeah,
I'm not actually eating. I'm just chewing.
the hatred of Windows 8.
Oh,
You want to start there?
Why not?
Let's start there. It's a
Sure.
good base.
Why not?
All right,
Ooh.
I'll begin. I
All right.
hate Windows 8.
You and everybody else.
All right,
Can I go next?
we're done.
We're done. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm done.
Go ahead. Perfect. What do you
I
get?
also hate Windows.
Stockus.
I also hate Windows 8.
I would like to fling shit at Windows 8.
All right. Bod. Well, let's not ask him.
wow.
He'll start slapping Kermit.
Kermit,
Kermit, what do you think?
Kermit,
I hate Windows 8.
Yeah, Windows 8 sucks.
Trendane's now a Buddhist monk.
Maybe Windows 9 would be better.
Yeah. And it was funny because Trendane, what are you gonna say? Because you're doing
I
your
was going to say that Buddhist monks hate Windows 8 too.
Buddhist monks definitely hate Windows 8.
And so apparently does everyone else at CIG Austin.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry. Apparently CIG everywhere. I'm so proud of. How's that guy's name? Chris Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
When
That guy.
because it was like I was like, did they mean to edit that out? Because I mean, it seems like that could be a dangerous thing to say, a little bit maybe. And he just, everyone here hates it. I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I do too, but damn, you might want to not burn your bridges before they're even built. I was just kind of surprised by that and very proud of him at the same time.
I was too. I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
was-
tell him, Chris.
All I remember is that anytime an even number Windows comes out, it absolutely sucks.
The funny part is I've been bitching about that for years, and I was thinking that myself. I'm like, you know what? It's always the even ones, and then he said it in the thing, and I'm like, yes, right on, brother. I was really into that because yeah, I don't know. Windows ME, Windows 2000, Windows Vista, all ass. Just terrible operating systems. And there's some people that are trying to stick up for 8, and I appreciate you're trying to stick up for it because you just bought yourself a brand new computer from Best Buy, and it came with it on it, and there's nothing you can do about it now. You don't have
Hang on.
7.
I also love the people that say that 8 runs games better, and I'm always thinking to myself, well, that means you must have bought a budget PC, because you're right. If you have a budget PC, 8 might run it just a tiny smidgen, little bit better.
We are
But if
PC
you have a good
master
PC,
race.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're the
Doesn't
master race over here, and we don't screw around with it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna piss off everybody tonight.
What were you saying? Perfect. What were you-
I was just going to say, it actually, the Windows 8 tablet format is actually really nice.
Yes,
It works
if you
great
have
for, like,
if you have a
around
tablet. That's my biggest problem. They designed a freaking operating system around something that nobody has. Freaking I don't touch my goddamn monitors are like 1.5 feet away from me here, I'm like, okay, I'll move that over here, you know what I mean? That's just absolutely ridiculous.
It would also be too much exercise for me to reach.
Oh god,
to it.
hell yeah. What are they trying
At
to do, make me
work.
thin?
Sorry. At work, I sell laptops to
Do you?
people.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm sorry.
So No, well, you know, they and tablets and all that sort of stuff. I sell that stuff to people. You know what the number one question is when I get asked about all of the...
Where's the start?
That's exactly it. No. It's exactly... Oh, this is great because they all come from the manufacturer preloaded with Windows. We don't touch them. They just come out of the box, preloaded, ready to go. We sell them. And the number one question is, oh, that's great. It's wonderful. Does it come with 7 on it? Because they've all got 8 on them. And that is the number one. And the minute I say, I'm sorry, they all come preloaded with 8. Okay, thanks, see you later.
Yeah. You guys realize you could format the hard drive and put it on yourself, you know.
Fuck that.
Not you, I'm saying the people that are coming in.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like
avoid your warranty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the only people who buy it are the ones that have no clue. And they're like, oh, wow, you know, that's got Windows 8. Is that the latest one? Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good, up to date. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Yeah, I'll take one. All right. Okay.
Yeah, great man.
Yeah.
We'll see you in 3 weeks. Brave man.
But yeah, you know, but that is true. It's just number one question. Does it come with 7? The minute you tell them no, they just, okay, thanks, see you later. I'll go and get one.
Now,
I just end up telling them, no, you can probably get one made for you to the same spec for the same price, and just have someone loaded 7 onto it for you.
Yeah, it's not just... Okay, so a lot of people in the audience are actually have 8, and they're trying to defend it. And they're saying, but I got this patch that basically puts the start button back, so it's fine. No, it's not just that. Cyberwolf just said it. It's also a pain to find everything on Windows 8. You have to use the stupid search find screen, and that's ridiculous. You know, I mean, we've been using the same sort of interface since Windows 95, and I'm sorry, it's just not working. This sort of
there's a thing when it comes to, like, you know, a new product, and that's how intuitive the design and the feel of it is.
Yes.
You know, will people look at it and go, oh, here's the search, oh, here's this, here's that, and they'll instantly recognize the product they've been using for years and know exactly what to use and how to use it. Now, Windows has been fairly consistent.
Is that you, Bod?
What?
Somebody's doing something like right next to their microphone like this. And I keep hearing this noise. It's like driving me
It was
nuts.
probably Bod because he was turning around and stuff.
Okay.
It was Kermit.
It's Kermit? Okay.
He's looking for chocolate.
Okay. Anyway, continue on. I'm sorry to interrupt, Court. It was just really distracting.
That's fine. And what they've done with 8 is they've thrown all their intuitiveness from the previous generations out the window and went, yeah, here you go. This is it. Oh, it's hidden over here behind this tab. You can't see it. It's there. Trust us. You'll find it someday if you Google it using one of our fine browsers.
Bing, not Google.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't use Google.
Ask.
Bing unfortunately doesn't work with Internet Explorer either. So
We're getting a fight in the chat. People are fighting back and forth there. Go ahead.
If you're gonna go for some kind of iterative design process, you know, like a multi-platform iterative design process, then you've got to keep one thing in mind: the fact that, you know, if you've maintained some level of consistency, if you're going to introduce new features to, you know, an audience that's sort of used to a specific user interface, then you kind of have to design the new features around the traditional user interface, so that, you know, you don't move people too quickly in one sort of generation of product. That's exactly what happened. Nobody was ready for it.
Another perfect example of the same sort of thing happening with another company, YouTube.
Yeah, they piss off everybody else.
Huge sweeping changes.
Oh, Facebook does it too. Which Facebook is a good segue, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so a really good example is let's go away from computers for a second. Let's talk about automobiles. Okay, right now we all get in a car. We have a stick shift either on the left or the right side, depending on which side of the road you drive on, the right side or the wrong side. And told you, StarCast, we're going to be controversial tonight.
The gear stick stays in the same spot. They moved the steering wheel.
No, they moved the gear shift. The entire car shifts over to the left or to the right, depending on which way you drive. All right.
Sorry.
So anyway, that you have that. You got a gas pedal and a brake or a clutch if you need it, and the steering wheel with the gauges between it. Now, everyone thinks, oh, that's just the way cars have always been made. But it wasn't until like 1925 when Cadillac came out with their setup that is now this de facto that everybody uses. Prior to that, you had like throttles on the steering wheel. You had like your brake was a lever. You had all this other crazy stuff, and it's now if you drive like an old Model T, you have to. It's really weird to figure out how to drive. I drove one once, and it was just weird. You know, like okay, you gotta adjust the choke and stuff like that by turning a little dial on the steering wheel, and just weird things that normally now you'd have like a knob that you adjust the choke with and things.
It's easier to pilot a TARDIS, is what you're saying.
Yes. So, moving ahead, I'm just using that as an example for now you have an operating system that just kind of threw everything out the window and let's make it all Metro and touchy and all that. We weren't ready for it yet. If everybody in the world had touch screens, now's the time to bring out an operating system like that. I would have been like, yeah, that's cool. But hardly anybody did at the time.
I keep looking at Trending's little thing, and I keep thinking he's smoking pot.
Yeah, he's got like this little like smoke coming up, like the incense.
Oh, that little thing.
Yeah.
No, I can't smoke pot. It gives me migraines. Really bad migraines.
Unfortunate.
All I see is smoke.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we can get off. Let's get off the
fire?
topic of the Windows 8.
No.
You want to keep talking about it?
No. I was answering before.
Sorry.
I'm not on fire, but my incense is burning.
You guys are hearing an echo? Let me see. Let me turn. Maybe it's me. I just got this brand new headset.
I was gonna say I don't.
It might be coming through the side because I see there's little vents on the side of the headset. It means it might be leaking out. If it is, I'll just turn my mic down.
I think those are gills.
Oh.
Actually.
Okay, I've turned it down to see if you guys still hear it. All right, so let's talk about something good now. Let's talk about something that's going to make everybody happy with the new Asteroid hangar.
Totally sexy.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Really awesome.
Yeah.
They're not even done with it yet. It's just a block out right now.
Yeah.
It looks
Cool for
incredible.
everyone who has one. Sucks for everyone who doesn't.
Well, okay, so here's the question, Core. Are you going to switch your hangar from the super mega awesome one to the Asteroid hangar?
I don't know yet. I'll reevaluate a little bit down the line. Right now, it's just.
I'll talk closer to the mic if it's too low. Okay, echo is back. Echo is worse. Turn back up. What the hell? So you guys go ahead and keep talking, and I'll see if they hear. I'll stop talking for a second. You guys talk, and let them see if they hear an echo. If that's the case, then it's these headphones, and I gotta get a different pair.
Right. So we had Asteroid hangar, which looked incredible. Room system, very cool. The way they're sort of modularizing the whole idea behind the hangar. I'm definitely gonna get an Asteroid hangar. I have to buy a Caterpillar now. I was on the fence, but now they've convinced me.
I think for me, I kind of came to the show late. They were just finishing talking about it. They were showing a lot of the concept art pieces. But the impression I got from what they were talking about was that, you'll be able to kind of, if you buy new ships and you need to expand your asteroid hangar, you'd be able to mine out more of the asteroid to be able to think. And I was like, once you've got a fleet as big as Core's, you are eventually going to split that damn thing in half, and you're just going to blow out everything down one side. So,
actually, in relation to that point, I actually had a question. So, what if your asteroid hangar is like in a secret location, right, and you're trying to hide from the authorities? Doesn't it kind of reveal yourself if you have to go pay somebody some corporation to like mine it out, build out a new room?
I think they said you're gonna do it all through the Mobi-Glass, right?
Yeah, but the Mobi-Glass can't mine an asteroid for you.
It's magic. It's the future.
I'm just worried that I'm going to see all these asteroids floating around that you just know are player hangars.
They'll look the same.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a virtual thing. I don't think there's really a place you go to. I think you basically say, I'm going to go land in my hangar, and you're going to go into an instance that has this asteroid floating in, and you're just going to land.
I don't mind that. What I would mind is having 30 of these clumped together in like one region of space going.
I don't think that's gonna.
No.
I think it's gonna be an asteroid field that this happens. So you enter the asteroid field, and then you choose to enter the hangar instance and land.
Right.
And then when you exit the hangar, you're in the field again.
Although it does seem like the kind of thing that these resorts would do is they would go find an asteroid belt and be like, all right, we're gonna mine out every single one of these asteroids, but we're gonna put an asteroid hangar inside of it. We're gonna rent out these places to all these people with money. That's
What's wrong with that?
they do.
A little
Nothing.
bit of slumlord.
No, but it seemed like something they would do, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Troglodyte Arms. Would you like to see our brochure on our new cohabitation?
We are quickly crashing. Hold on.
Crashing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking
Oh,
at.
wait, Perfect's looking really nice and good.
I
and
know,
clear
but it-
for
Yeah,
some-
he finally clears up.
Let me fix. Hold on, I'm gonna change my.
Don't fix it. He's fine.
No, my encoding is crashing.
Come on, Windows 8. What the fuck?
I'm
Stop
not using it. I'm
fixing
using
shit
7.
that
It's so much
isn't
better.
I guess my one big query or hesitation would be: is there going to be a limit to how many ships you can keep in the hangar?
It looks like they. Okay, so that's one thing we could talk about, the room system. So the room system sounds pretty cool. Basically, you start it like auto builds itself. So it starts out with like the main central hangar, and then you say you buy another ship, it auto builds. And then right now they've currently kind of got that for like the business hangar or for the the normal hangars. They sort of expand out to the left or the right. But this one, it's going to add new things on as you buy them. So you want to buy like a man cave, it's just going to add that to the place. If you want to add some more hangar parts, it's just going to add that. What's the matter?
Sorry, Bod's just fucking around.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I just look up and Bod's like sticking his fingers into the camera, and I'm like, what the fuck?
well, Dazzler said in the chat, tap the screen to fix, so I can only assume that Bod was trying to tap the screen.
No, I see.
Sorry,
It's Dazzler's fault.
I'm lost.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Continue.
Yes,
Continue.
so that the room thing is pretty cool, and the people up in Montreal are working on. What's the name of their company up there?
Turbulent?
Oh.
No, not
Turbulence working on the organizations, right?
Is it behavior?
Behavior.
behavior.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's good looking stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
jeez, I just totally forgot tonight. Big thing everyone's here for, and I keep saying to check their Domo coins. We're giving away the 300i tonight.
That's a ship, right?
Yeah, it's a ship
I think.
with an I at the end.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Core's gonna try to win it.
169. Sorry.
Sometimes it takes more. Mm-hmm.
269 maybe.
Yeah.
20? What the are you serious?
You're not a subscriber, perfect, and you never watch my show.
That's true. Well,
So
it's not true. I do watch your show occasionally.
right, but those
I
are the
can't-
20 that you've earned from being in this show.
20 times 15 minutes. There you go.
Yep.
20 coins.
So yeah, we're giving away the 300i, which was donated by Mr. Stockass over here.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's in the middle.
Very
Stockass is getting to be a famous YouTube or streamer over on Twitch. You had a bunch of people last night. Yes, you did. And he streamed for
I'm
like
a
9
fan.
hours. Yeah, go watch
I'm a
it.
fan.
Matter of fact, while we're on the subject,
fan.
everybody, if you like our streams, all our individual streams, just make sure you follow the Bearded Warriors because if you go to that page, the Bearded Warriors page, you can just click one button and follow all of us at the same time. Be updated when we're doing that. Is anybody excited about getting the 300i? It is not just the 300i, it is a package.
It's the
So
package.
it's the package.
Full
You're
package.
damn straight. It's a package.
That's right. Stock has packed it all up with his no pants.
That's right. In no place and no nook or cranny of that ship will you find a pair of pants at all.
Ever.
And it's actually designed that you cannot fly it unless you have no pants on. True fact.
Cyberwolf says he's going to blow his load tonight.
Great.
That's
Thanks for letting
excellent.
us know.
Yes.
That's why you don't wear pants.
That's why I
No,
don't wear
no
pants.
messy cleanup. It's just
That and it's
I wonder if Stockus will win if he wastes all his 10,000 points.
Well, we're going to have to actually roll you back, Stockus. You know that new system I was telling you about? It can't have more than, I think, 10,000 coins. And you have 10,000, but I gave Locke the other night 4,750,000 coins. So Locke's coins are going to get taken away, unfortunately.
oh well.
Oh, well.
But where are my coins? I mean,
How many do you got,
Get
Corey?
it.
You got 169. What do you want?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't,
You-
I'm not really.
All right, so moving on. Let's talk a little bit about Track IR, Cast AR, and the infamous Oculus Rift. Okay.
The Oculus what? I heard about this, but it
was a
something
thing.
on Facebook or something?
Yeah.
Just deleted it from my memory banks.
It's
Gone.
Farmville VR.
Oh,
I would
right,
like to
Farmville.
Actually
I know.
feel
you can,
like you're in there clicking on vegetables.
you can milk your cow and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Mhm.
Yes.
I gotta
Mafia
say,
wars.
for the Kickstarter backers, big dick move. Huge dick move. Seriously.
Okay. I'll play devil's advocate here because I'm with all of you guys. I really am. Like it just blows my mind.
Yeah, we do need someone on.
But
that
I'm
side.
going to be on the other side because what they're saying is, hey, I went and I backed the Kickstarter fund, right? And I got a object. I got the first iteration of the Oculus. Put it on. I can play the game. You know, it's a little fuzzy, makes me nauseous. But hey, I got that, and that was how I funded the initial Kickstarter.
Right.
Okay. So after
Contract
that,
complete.
I'm done. Yeah,
That's
I'm
true.
done. I'm done. So at this point, I'm not anything that happens with the company after that point. I got what I paid for, kind of.
That's
Right.
not how I feel though, and I don't think that's how most most of the Kickstarter backers feel, especially like the ones who have donated more money. I think they feel kind of how Notch felt when he said that he didn't, pay $10,000 to seed them for a
$2 billion
seed them to
sale.
gain value for Facebook acquisition. Like that's how they felt, and I'm pretty sure that's how most of us feel at this point because and it's not like you can blame Oculus Rift for this because literally there's
$2 billion. Who says no?
yeah, exactly. I mean,
I'd do
there's
it.
no blame to be assigned. It's
I'm a
really,
whore.
if you think about it, it's our fault for kind of not. It's sort of like one of those growing pains that Kickstarter's having. It's like, oh, now we get it. You don't. If you're smart, you're not going to buy into a one of these tech startups. Unless you're getting stock, is literally not worth buying into.
Yeah,
tech
exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, Oculus Rift was literally a startup company, and they used Kickstarter to get somewhere. But at the end of the day, they literally used, money that was donated to them because people wanted to see this technology come to light, to further their cause. I mean, if it had been a hedge fund and if it had been capital investors, they would only be, raking in maybe 20-30% of the profits of this deal anyway. So the fact that they didn't means they get the full amount just because everyone that backed it kind of now feels like an idiot because if they were actual investors, they'd see a return on this $2 billion investment. And that could mean your $100 might be, what, 10,000? I mean, just...
Yeah. Well, I guess I've got to... I'm totally with you guys. I'm completely with you. I actually put a picture up on my Twitter earlier of this, and it pissed off so many people.
Yeah, but it's no surprise.
Yeah. It's just that you're right, and I think this might actually change. This kind of thing might change how the FCC here in America looks, or the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, looks at these sort of Kickstarter things because these people did invest, and they did not get anything out of it other than the Rift itself, but they did not get any of that money from the $2 billion sale. So they were investors, but they got nothing back out of it except a $300 headset.
Not Facebook. Kickstarter has already made it incredibly clear in their terms of service. This is not an investment. You will not. This is not something that you're going to get a dividend back from.
Yep.
That is very clearly laid out. The contract was completed when they put the money in to get this physical item. They got it. That's it. Contract is complete. It's done. One of the best things about Facebook buying Oculus is that now Oculus has
Much
the
more
capital
money
to be able to build the things that we need. What we need to do is we need to focus. I mean, yes, Facebook has a horrible reputation. So what should happen now is people need to focus on what happens at this point. If people want to bitch about shit, they bitch to Facebook, not to Oculus. You make Facebook keep their hands off of it and let Oculus continue their development the way that they have been doing it, and just say, okay, we're going to help you. Just make Facebook understand how you feel and that you don't want them screwing their shit up, or you will boycott their entire goddamn existence. That's what people should do with their energy. Okay, I'm done.
No, that's fine. It's good to have because I am on the side of everybody else. I kind of feel that it's kind of a dick move, but it's good to have some other look at it in a different way too.
Yep.
I mean, one of the things that I found a truly dick move, right, was about a week and a half ago. They came out with the Dev Kit 2s. Mm-hmm. Now, if you wanted a Dev Kit 2 for Oculus Rift, you pay down $350, and then I heard so many people, say, "Oh, I'm gonna get it! I'm gonna get it!"
I was gonna get it,
and they bought it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 days later, they came out with a Facebook announcement.
Yeah.
Every single one of those people were like, cancel.
Didn't Notch
cancel
back
because
out?
it's a pledge.
And Mark Person.
I had heard something. Now this is a rumor. I don't know any fact about this, but I've heard that Chris Roberts is thinking about just dropping the Rift too.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either. I just rumor, but
during Wingman's Hangar Wednesday, I was watching the hangar, and Wingman was in Twitch chat with everybody, and a lot of people were talking about the Oculus and everything, and was asking, are you guys going to drop it? Now, obviously, there was no way they could address it on Wingman's Hangar because it had been edited the day before, so there was no time to address it in the show. But I'm sure they'll address it next week, and I'm sure that there will probably be more than one question for 10 for the chairman for on Monday. It has to do with that whole thing anyway, but. One of the things that Wingman said was, he was fine with it, and I think that their point is the hardware is the hardware. They're not going to get caught up in all of the minutia of Facebook is a shitty company. Oculus has the hardware we need. They now have the money to make the hardware we need, and I think that with things like Star Citizen, CIG is, especially with approaching the 41 million mark, has the clout to be able to turn to Facebook and say, if you fuck this up for us, we will obliterate you. And if you think we can't do it, let me make a quick post to my forums and you just watch what happens. I mean,
there's a very active community at Star Citizen.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, everyone's saying, well, what about Sony? Okay, so I screw Oculus, I'm going to go with Sony. As far as I've heard, and this could be completely wrong, but I heard that it's really only for the PS4. Does anybody know if it will work with PC?
I'm sure they'll expand it to PC.
They probably will.
It'd be stupid of them to make it for PS4 only. Like, that's dumb.
It'll probably have a lot of latency.
It probably will.
In the conversion, it'll have a lot of latency.
Which is what's the big problem with even the Oculus Rift is it causes people to get nauseous. Now, my wife is extremely motion sensitive. Like, she can't look down while we're driving in a car. If she looks down, she gets motion sick. So the Oculus is just completely right out for her. I'm kind of curious to see how the Sony would work. Oh wow, Michelle just sent a huge wall of text here. Oh, okay, it's all about Facebook.
There's a lot of people, having a lot of good points on either side of the subject, but most.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it is true that Facebook will probably and most likely not stick their hands too deep into the Oculus Rift pie, because at the end of the day, they want the technology. But what they're going to promote heavily, and this is something that might happen down the line once Oculus Rift starts becoming the established product in everyone's home, and that is that they will have the perfect interconnectivity with every single one of Facebook's social app programs. Meaning that Facebook will have the grand majority of social app virtual reality. Social media, virtual reality app type stuff. So Facebook will have a very large, market share in that, which is exactly why they invested in Oculus Rift right now. Because for gamers, the Oculus Rift was the biggest thing. Screw Sony, screw all the other virtual reality devices. They were miles away, or they were nowhere near as close as to what Oculus Rift could provide. So when Facebook set their sights on it, and they kept it kind of quiet, but they went for it. And if I was the head of Oculus, I wouldn't have said no either. I mean, it's $2 billion.
Yeah, I wouldn't have either. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have. It's just like it's just like one of those things that it's just like you live and you learn.
I think what everyone's all worked up though is it's like Ford Motor Company buying a noodle company. It doesn't make sense. It's too disconnected. Facebook has nothing to do with games. Even the games that people say, Farmville stuff. Facebook didn't make those. Those were made by Zynga.
Zynga.
No, yeah. Farmville is a joke because it's a joke as in, you put on the Oculus Rift, you log into Facebook, and, you walk around on your farm. Now, that's just, the running joke that goes on, but I'm sure Facebook has some ideas for virtual reality. I mean, if you look at, like environments like, what's it called? The one where you create content and sell it?
Second Life.
Second Life, for instance. I mean, if Facebook works on like some social media type thing like that, then Oculus Rift could be, it could be a major thing. But again, we don't know what Facebook's plans are. We don't know if they are even going to go that route or if they just wanted to control the market share or anything like that. I mean, at the end of the day, the Oculus Rift only exists because of the Kickstarter, or at least wouldn't have gotten as far if it didn't have so much success as the Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. So it is actually the fault of everyone that pledged for the Kickstarter that Facebook now bought it for $2 billion.
Yep.
No, I think it's the owner of the company seeing a big check for $2 billion going, all right. Time to sell out.
But no one here can fault him for that.
No,
though.
I can't.
Nope.
He could have opened up a Patreon page.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, for people who are looking to back products like 3D printing companies or any of these guys like who are these tech startups, don't go through Kickstarter. If they have a Kickstarter thing, just wait out the Kickstarter, and as soon as they hit their first round of investment, you buy in then, if you're really invested in the product. Otherwise, just don't bother, because all it's going to do is screw you over in the end. Because you're essentially making an investment with them saying, thanks for the money, here's a toy, we're not going to give you anything, really.
Here's a toy that doesn't work with anything yet.
There was a really funny parody on Kickstarters on a show called Community. I'm not sure if anyone watches it. Mm-mm. Good show. But
yeah, okay, go ahead.
There was this tiny little advert at the end which had a guy that made a cart, that was powered by kittens that pulled it along. And he would do this, with food or fear. Now, the food was a little sausage he would hang in front of the kitties, and fear was a dog that he would have running behind the cats. And he wanted money donated, and for every $5 he would send back a thank you card, and for every $50 he would send back a T-shirt, and for every $100 he would send a thank you card and a T-shirt. And that's kind of the joke that is happening with pledges and Kickstarters and all that. I mean, you're not really buying into it. I mean, you spend $10,000 on a game. You could have spent that $10,000 buying the stock of the actual company and make something back at the end of the day.
Yeah, good point.
And have the same effect of supporting them.
Right.
Yes. Exactly.
I think what ends up happening.
They're a publicly traded company.
And that is the thing. If they're not an upstart, then you'll actually have to become a capital investor and just walk up to them with a bag of cash.
Spark up another one there, Trendane. I think what ends up happening with Kickstarter is a little bit what ends up happening with Star Citizen. I mean, we have to kind of come back to Star Citizen a little bit here, so I'll throw this in there. Is you end up going to, and StarCast is not allowed to do this, but you end up going to the you go to the Star Citizen site, and you start looking around. And you go, you know what? I could get this ship. It's just a few more bucks. It's not a big deal. It's like if I trade this one in, I can get this one. And then we go. The same thing happens on Kickstarter. You go there, you go, oh, $50, I get a T-shirt, cool. But for only $75, I get my name in the game and I get lasers, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what happens on Kickstarter, and just sort of this thing where you sort of incrementally inch your way up before you know it. You're like, I'll just put the full 10 grand in because I gets everything I want. I've done it before when I've gone to Kickstarter looking at something simple like a new game. People are like, oh, check out my new Kickstarter, and I'm like, okay, I'll go over and have a look at it, and invariably I end up getting more than I wanted.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the Kickstarters. You look at it and you just go, oh, you get the full game for only $20 instead of paying full price. Well, I'll just I'll kickstart that. And to be honest, at the end of the day, if it doesn't get created, or if only the tech demo gets released, you don't really care that much. It's just that you bought something slightly under the regular price. And for a lot of Kickstarters, I think it's the enticing moment that people feel like they've contributed something. But the actual pull, the thing that pulled them over the line, was the fact that they got something back for it. They've contributed something, and they got something back that really technically didn't cost them cost any money for the company to give to you. Fuck yes, we'll take it. And that is a very easy incentive for people to just jump in and not realize that if they get to thousands of dollars, they may as well just invest it in the actual company rather than get a ship for it.
MGD Cowboy, we are giving the game away, or we're giving away 300i in a little while. Man, I'm hearing this echo really crazy.
I'm hearing echo too.
I heard it too. I don't know where it's coming from.
I thought it was me, that's why I put on these headphones.
Well, I'm talking and I'm hearing it myself, so that doesn't make sense. Normally it wouldn't be coming back through.
Well, I hear it, so...
I hear it too.
It's gone now.
No, I
it's
hear
still
it. I still hear it. Maybe we should all just turn our mics down one by one until it goes away. Because it's driving me nuts. Every time I go to talk, I keep hearing my voice back.
Hello, hello, hello? Hello?
Well, don't say hello multiple times.
Yeah, because that could not be right.
It's fine!
Alright, who turned their mic down? Because I don't hear it now. At all.
It wasn't me. I had my mic on.
Bod, did you turn your mic down?
Nope.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. Am I echoing?
No.
Okay.
What's that? Where's that noise coming
That's
from?
Stockus' fans.
Stockus'
Spaceship.
fans. So loud.
I hear fans and budgies.
The spaceship's
I-
going to get him.
Technical difficulties, everyone. Hang in there.
It's okay. I think I know where the echo's coming from.
Where? You? Why?
How?
Because moments ago, when you started hearing it,
Yeah.
I was leaning up next to my microphone.
You think it's coming out of your headphones?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Hello? Yes. Yes.
Now, back
Go
away
away.
again,
Move
Trendon.
back. Move back.
Now I hear Stockus' fans. Turn your mic on, Stockus.
We're testing this. Hello? Hello?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
You have a very
you're
sensitive
right.
microphone.
It is a mic. It's impressive. Gotta get those close.
Well, we troubleshot it. All right, moving on. Okay.
We tried to troubleshoot it, and Stockus is trying to fuck with
Yeah,
us.
it's like. Okay. Starships being piloted by budgies. Yes.
Budgie Express.
Do you have budgies outside your window?
I got all sorts of shit outside my window.
Drop bears and guys with chainsaws.
Don't you jinx it, because it's a nice sunny day out there, and it's
And
just
that
the type of
asshole's
weather
gonna be
that
out there in a
prick
second.
could go out there and start something.
He's coming. He's
coming.
I
coming.
mean, come into the house and start something.
I'd like to see him
definitely
try.
All right. Let's move on. Okay. Okay. So yes, we are giving away the 300i package, and we're going to be doing it in about 15 minutes. And let's see, what other stuff did we were going? Oh, the Dan Giesling thing. It's perfect time. Okay. I'm going to play the video. I'm going to mute you guys so that they can listen to the video, and then we can talk about it right afterwards. Okay. So, oh, there might be boobies in this. Just want to give you guys a heads up.
Oh.
For those who might not have seen it already.
Boobies.
Boobies. Okay, hold on.
If you're under 18, close your eyes.
That's back.
I'm muting you guys. Be right back. Hello and welcome to Grumpy Old Gamer. Alright, today we're gonna squarely shoot our sights at the Star Citizen community. Why am I doing this, Geekdomo? Are you not a member of the Star Citizen community? Yes, I am. I am a subscriber. I am also a backer. Make videos about it and all that stuff. We're gonna do a Grumpy Old Gamer about it. And what is Grumpy Old Gamer? Well, basically, I just go off on a rant about whatever kind of bugs me. I am not reading from a script, and I have no idea where this is gonna end up, but here we go. Alright, what got my panties all in a bunch? Well, on March 21st, they came out with a copy of Wingman's Hangar. And during this Wingman's Hangar, a new guy was introduced to the team. His name is Dan Giesling. Now, Dan's credentials were initially shown as being kind of a reality TV star. He won Big Brother. They showed his big fat $500,000 check. And then they said basically he's a backer of the game and he's a big fan. So we're going to make him community ambassador. Strike one, Cloud Imperium Games. Worst possible title for what his job actually is. And here's why. He is not a community ambassador. He doesn't speak to the community. His job is to talk with the people that make these ships for the next great starship. You know, these guys who have about as much social aptitude as the rest of us. And his job is to sit there, discuss with them what their issues and concerns are, relay them back to Chris Roberts and the team that are voting or bringing these people through, or whether there's suggestions. He's their liaison. He's not talking to the rest of us other than through the show. He's not talking for us. He's gonna make suggestions, or whatever he's gonna say is based on his own experience, not because some guy on a forum said, hey, you know, the cannon should be moved 3 centimeters forward. He's the liaison for the next great starship community, not us. Not the rest of us that are backers and subscribers and all that. All right, Geekdomo, so what does it have to do with anything, really? Why are you getting all worked up? Well, people started losing their shit, okay? They lost their shit all over the place on the regular forums, of course, because people lose their shit over there just because, you know, Chris Roberts has a different hairdo that day. So they lost their shit, okay, fine. But it bled into the subscriber forum, which is usually a bastion of at least moderately decent people over in the subscriber forum. Actually, people over there are a little bit less knee-jerky. But it made it over there too. The first post started off as, I can't believe this guy was hired to be our community ambassador. He sucks. First off, it's not really his job, but whatever. Then everybody said, string him up by his toenails and hang him from his balls and all that kind of stuff. Next, Chris Roberts actually had to come on and say, hey, knock it off. And he wrote this big long post explaining that Dan Giesling was not only a fan of the game, he's been a longtime player of Wing Commander. He's an original backer from October 2012. He's a fan, and he has camera presence. So he could spend the time to do a nice show and be there as sort of a spokesperson. The fact that Chris Roberts had to come on and slap everybody's pee-pee and say, knock it off, is just indicative of what the major problem is. The major underlying problem with the Star Citizen community is that everybody who's put $1 into this game feels that it's their game and they have the right to dictate what happens. Okay, most of us are geeks, we're nerds. You know, you yell at the dungeon master because he killed off your character's pet when you sent your character's pet in to attack the dragon and he was like a level 1 kitty cat. Of course, the dragon's gonna eat the cat, and you don't have any right to be pissed. But geeks and gamers will say, you killed my frickin' kitty cat. I hate you. This community of Star Citizen is full of these kind of people. And they feel that because they put in $5 that they automatically have the right and authority to dictate how you're gonna run your company. Bullshit. Big old fat pile of bullshit. Chris Roberts owns Cloud Imperium Games. It is his company. We backed a project of that company called Star Citizen. And while we do have the ability to go on the forums and make suggestions, it's his company, it's his game, it's his project. He calls the shots. If he wants to hire some bald guy from Zimbabwe to be the official spokesperson for the community, we're just gonna have to deal with it and suck it up. The fact that he brought in some guy who has reality show experience to work on a reality show portion of the game, it's fine, let it go. And that's what brings me to the full circle of why I did this video today. 10 for the Chairman comes out on Monday. I watched it, it's great. First comment with the most votes that I saw after watching 10 for the Chairman on YouTube was, thank God Chris Roberts didn't have that crappy community ambassador with him on the show because I don't want that guy speaking for me. It has now been 5 days since that happened. He's not the community ambassador. Read, people, pay attention. Because when you do that kind of stuff, it makes you look like a raving lunatic asshole, which is what I usually sound like, but that's okay. That's me. Oh, sub-rant. Always have to have a sub-rant. My sub-rant for today is, you spell the word lose with 1 O. How did she lose her bra? L-O-S-E. The bra was loose. L-O-O-S-E. The reason this is the sub-rant for today is that 2 or 3 of the comments on that same exact video had loose in them for when they meant to say lose. I know that lose has a long O sound, so it means we must have 2 O's. No! We have 1 O for lose. 2 O's for loose. How did she lose her bra? She lost it because it was loose. I hope you like my analogy. Okay, everybody. That's it for today. I'll see you again for another Grumpy Old Gamer. This has been Geekdomo signing out. Until next time, see ya.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I had no idea who you were talking about. I mean, when you mentioned the name earlier in this show, and you were like, "Hey, we're going to be talking about the Gosling," I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" And then just watching this thing, I'm like, "Oh, he's doing the Grumpy Old Gamer video that he did." Oh, that's who the Gosling. Okay, all right. I was like,
I still think the funniest thing was that when you showed that picture of him.
I think we're muted.
I'm sorry. I was muted. Thank you guys for sorting that out.
Okay.
You guys could be heard, but I wasn't.
Okay. I think the funniest thing was when you had the picture of him shown. It actually had like 3 Domokins in his closet to the left.
Yeah, I know, right? And he's got the Heil PR40 mic. He's got the same mic I do. So I mean, the guy, I gotta go. Like, I like the guy.
he is totally copying you.
I don't care that he's copying me. I like him.
But he's not original enough to paint the Domo in his own color.
Right. It's a brown Domo.
What kind is your Domo?
Mine's a Geekdomo. Mine's
green.
green.
I thought it was a tree Domo or something.
No. I don't have it behind me anymore. I lost
What's his rank?
My Domo?
Yeah.
Rank?
Come on. Yeah, come on. Go for the joke. Come on.
No.
He's just below a colonel. Come on.
Oh, Major Domo.
Yes, there
he's a Major Domo. I got it now. Oh, now they're talking about Disney in the chat. Yeah, Disney just bought Maker Studios, which is the company that my network is a sub network of Maker Studios. So now I'm technically associated with Disney.
Don't talk to me about Disney. They canceled Star Wars 1313.
They canceled Star Wars 1313, but they've got J.J. Abrams doing Star Wars 8.
And they've got me now.
Done.
And they got you, Trendane? What are you doing?
Yeah, I work with Maker.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So we're all part of Disney. Yeah. What the hell?
It's good because I love Disney movies.
All right. So, what do you guys think of the whole issue with Mr. Dan Gosling?
I like him. I mean, I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I hate reality TV. I think it's a cultural pollutant, right?
Okay.
But Dan seems like a nice guy.
I like that. Cultural pollutant. I'll have to remember that.
It's a good one.
I got it from somebody else, so now you can.
I don't care. It's yours now.
So yeah, I think. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. He seems enthusiastic. I mean, it's the PR thing. I think that his PR personality kind of turned people off. I think a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I could see why he might rub people, but I don't really care one way or the other. I thought his segment kind of came out of nowhere on the thing.
Yeah, it did sort of. I think, who is this guy?
Yeah. When he first popped up, and I mean, when who was it? Was that on Wingman's Hangar? They were talking about that they first introduced him.
No, it was on Next Great Starship. Like, they actually literally just straight up introduced him.
Oh, okay.
There he is, yeah.
Well, anyway, so when I saw that, and they were talking about there's this new guy. No, I could swear that they mentioned it on the hangar yesterday. Anyway, so they were talking about the thing, and I thought they were talking about the guy who's working with Ben Lesnick as one of the moderators. Will. Yeah, Will, who is adorable. Oh, my God.
He's like a mini Ben.
Oh my God! Calm down, Trent. Calm down. Okay, fine. Predatory creeper kind of thing. Anyway, so I thought they were talking about him, and then I'm like, "Who's this skinny fuck? Who the fuck is this guy?" and then as I'm watching the thing, I'm like, "Why is this guy?" I'm like, "I have never heard of. He's not a very good community liaison. If I've never heard of the guy before."
Right.
Then, Domo, you covered it very well, I think, in the Grumpy Old Gamer thing, where, at least my interpretation is, his job is confined to the next great starship.
Mm-hmm.
So long as, and I hate to say this because it makes me sound like a dick, but so long as he stays there, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think the name thing was bad. I think calling him a community ambassador was terrible. Call him,
TNGS ambassador.
Yeah, or team ambassador. Because then he's
team consultant.
Something to do with
hype consultant. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I think the overwhelming response from the Star Citizen community was, we don't need nobody fucking representing us who is not on the forums 24/7.
Right. If Dan had shown up and he had 4,000 posts, I think it would have come over differently.
Completely different story. If he would reveal himself as a prominent member of the forums or the community, no problem. But he probably never even posted there even once.
No, he has like 80 posts
I'm sure,
or something.
I mean, if he's like a golden ticket holder and all that stuff, I'm sure he's posted like at least a few times. But I mean, the thing is that it doesn't matter because nobody knew who he was, right?
I was about to say.
The moniker of community ambassador should be
bad idea.
I feel like there should have been a vote somewhere.
Yeah.
You know.
What do we want to call this new thing? Yeah. But like I said in the thing, it's Chris Roberts' company, and if he wants to call it frickin' community ambassador or
community god,
and you will all worship him and kiss his ass, then
you will now be known as Chris Roberts. Go forth, my son.
But if you look at like what's going on with Ben Lesnick and who's the new guy? I know Will. Okay, so you got Ben Lesnick and Will, and they're doing a very slow transition. Ben is sort of stepping away from being the guy who does that part of the show, and it's working more towards Will. And Ben and Will are have been on the same episodes, or same like for the last 2 or 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's sort of like then when Ben just disappears, it won't be as bad because we know Will at that point. But they just dropped Dan right in it, just you know.
The other thing that I have to keep reminding myself is that, you know, if I had my druthers as, you know, a voice acting thing for the AI, I would be in there like that. There would be no warning whatsoever. Right. So I would be hoping for the same thing. So yeah, there's a little bit of a bitter bitch thing going on from my side because it's like, but it's not quite the same thing.
No.
So.
But they haven't picked the voice actors yet, Trin. I think you're going to get in there for something.
They have picked a few for Squadron 42. They have.
Yeah, but you'll get in there for the Persistent Universe. We'll have you there for something.
We'll make sure. We'll petition.
You're going to be the voiceover for my pet dog, my cyber dog, Scruffy. Scruffy the cyber dog.
I did always have a crush on K9 from Doctor Who. So yeah.
Arf arf.
Affirmative.
Master.
Affirmative.
Will does look uncomfortable, but okay. So there's. Let's just talk about that real quick. The camera presence. I'm still hearing the echo. Maybe it's my freaking. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put my other headphones on. This is driving me nuts.
It's a short trip.
Yeah, it's a short trip off a long pier. Hold on. Or a long walk off a short pier. Don't say anything, cause. All right. My good old beat. Nope. Still hearing it. Ah! Oh well. Fuck it. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Should I lean away from my microphone again? Is it now that these are maybe the sound is going through my eustachian tubes and pouring out through my nose? What the hell?
Let's go down the list. Bod, turn off your mic, real quick. Mute yourself. Test 1 2 3.
I think he is muted.
No, he just did it. Test 1 2 3.
Yeah.
It's Bod. Test. Testing 1 2 3.
Yes.
No, maybe not. Trendane, you got to sit back in the normal position because then that defeats it. Testing. I hear it now. Okay. Bod, mute. Test 1 2 3. No, it's Trendane.
Still hear it. I think it's Trendane.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. All right. Well, then why is it doing this? It never did that before.
Okay.
All right. Okay, everybody, we got to the point where we're gonna do our giveaway. So we're gonna start doing that. We're gonna give it away in 1/2 hour. So you got a half hour to get your coins all sorted out. Real quick before we get started with the Q&A session. How the system works is, as you've been watching, for every 15 minutes you earn 1 coin. If you're a subscriber, you earn 2 coins. You can buy tickets with the coins. All you do is type in !Domo coin. Oh, I was talking about camera presence. Yeah, I'll get back to that. Anyway, !Domo coins, and it'll tell you how many coins you own. And then you can buy a ticket by typing !Ticket and then the space, and it'll say how many tickets you want. So you say, I want to buy 200 tickets, right? Digital Architect just bought 200 tickets. Don't yet. I haven't turned it on yet. Hold on. Don't buy any. Stop it. And then...
Sorry.
Okay, let me start it up here. Hold on. I'll just start it, because that way people are getting nuts. They're doing it already.
Eager.
They want to get inside my ship.
All right.
Oh, StarCast unmuted. There we go.
There we go.
What?
paired vehicles moving.
The raffle is open. Each ticket costs 1 Domo coin. You can buy a maximum of 10,000 or 100,000 tickets. All right, if you have
10,000 tickets.
All right, so go ahead and buy your tickets, everybody. If you want to see how the syntax goes, just follow what everybody else is doing. Like Malefic just blew his low tickets. Wow.
Mel really wants that.
He wants that ship. He's been talking about it for weeks. I hope you get it, Mal.
I hope he gets it, Mal.
Mel,
Man.
we are.
Mel's been talking about Star Citizen. Oh shit, long time.
Long time.
Like long time. He's been slowly edging his way into it. Slowly.
Yeah, he's
Elephant Gamer, you have 11 more. I would spend the extra 11.
It could be that one. It could be that one.
It is a game of chance.
Yeah.
All right, so let me go back to my thought about the camera presence. So, you know, I'm going to be blunt. Okay, Sandy, gorgeous woman, right? Pretty okay with camera presence. I wouldn't say she's like amazing, but she's pretty okay. I mean, she's comfortable in front of the camera. Chris Roberts, obviously comfortable in front of the camera. He's like pro.
He's a film guy.
Yeah. But then you start getting to some of the other people. Wingman, he's amazing. He's like very personable. You feel very comfortable watching Wingman. You're like, okay, well, he's just him. He's him. Yeah. But somebody like maybe Ben, not so much good with front of the camera with the camera presence, And even Will, a little uncomfortable. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not knocking them for being uncomfortable in front of the camera. But as a role of being like a community liaison and having to be on camera all the time, it sort of seems like they're kind of uncomfortable. So I don't mind that if Dan were to go from the Next Great Starship and go into more of a community role, and maybe that's what the ultimate goal here is. Maybe that's what they're trying to do, is to get him in with a sort of a niche group and then work his way into the whole community and be more of a camera guy in front of the whole community, because he'll have some cred built up at that point. What do you guys think?
I think that he's going to have to shed the reality TV persona
Yes.
a little bit, because he does tend to behave
With the arm?
there's just a certain
Cadence.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
he's going to have to lose that.
It's the slight over-dramatic flair to some of the ways that he, I don't know, exhibits himself.
Infomercially.
Yeah.
Tony Robbins.
He actually posted a reply video to all of the feedback.
Yeah, I watched
Should I say slash backlash? Not so much feedback.
Hate speech.
And if you actually watch his video response, had he have been like he is in that video on the Next Great Starship, no one would have really had a problem other than, oh, Big Brother. And the fact that he's just been fucking dropped in from nowhere, because no one knew who he was or why he was even there. Except for Sig, because he actually
They've been talking
explains
to him for a year.
That's right. They'd been talking to him for ages, so they know him, but no one in the community knew that. And he explains that in that video, which kind of, I think, eased a few people's minds. But had he just kept the persona he's got in that, yeah, exactly. But had he kept that persona that he has in the video, because he podcasts all the time, apparently.
He does. He's got a podcaster's setup.
He was fine. Like, I watched it, I'm like, dude, why were you just not like that in the fucking show? But
that's part of, but that's also directing as well. I mean, right? You can't blame the actor for that stuff.
No, I know. It's just that they've kind of between Sig and him, they've sort of both to blame for the kind of reaction.
The fact that the actor goes, yeah, this is exactly how I want to portray myself to this community. I mean, the fact that he posted a reply in which he exhibits a completely different personality kind of proves that either he agrees that his original personality was probably not the one that people wanted to see, or
he says that he was just basically overcome with what was he? What
he was geeked out because
he basically had a fanboy moment.
Yeah,
basically,
he was like a fangasm.
On camera, he was fanning out throughout the whole thing, pretty much, which I could kind of believe on one half. On the other half, it's like, hang on, you've been talking to them about, like, you've been back and forthing for about a year now, and only now you're starting to geek out and have a fanboy moment.
Now, here's the thing. I mean, I think that if if he was just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it's genuine, you know. I think it is genuine. It's just that I think once he puts his he's so used to being in front of a camera that once he puts that face on, he just can't. It's tough for him to get rid of it, you know. Like if you have an established character that you're used to playing, then like as an actor, it's actually difficult to move out of that role, especially if you're asked to act within that kind of a role again.
I was going to actually ask him to be on this show to kind of clear it up. What do you guys think?
Trinaine, why are you shaking your head so much?
I'm shaking my head because the character he's portraying is on the next great starship, which is reality TV.
Yeah.
So he's doing exactly what he should be doing for that show. Which is why I say, as long as when he's off that show, he sheds that persona and is much more genuine. You know, he's not performing anymore. He's just him. Then I will have no problems with the guy whatsoever.
Yep.
I mean, it's
here's
just
the
a
thing.
Go ahead.
Just really quick, one thing I was going to say. I remember now. It's that the fact that he contrasts so much with the teams and the judges who are when you look at them on the show, it doesn't actually look like reality TV. Right? There's no overblown personas besides the gold lame. There's no ridiculousness, right? It's just like you see like the genuine passion and the talent coming out, right? And then and then it feels like he kind of sticks out. That persona just completely sticks out, you know.
Well, to his own detriment. To his own detriment, he even in the intro video, he even stated that he was on reality TV and he played the game. You know, he basically never revealed his real self throughout the entire Big Brother thing. He played it as a game, and he was playing a false persona. So, you know, immediately everyone's been going, okay, so you're bringing that over to the next great starship because... Why is that necessary in the next great starship? Yes, it's reality TV.
Why does he need to play the game on reality?
He's not a contestant. Exactly.
Exactly.
You know, what's going on? You're there to liaison between the teams. You're not there to compete against them.
He's not there to cause drama between the team and sing.
Or is he?
People said that. They're like, oh, he's there to... And people are saying that. Oh, that's what he's there for. Because he caused drama in Big Brother and he won it and all this sort of stuff. That's what he's there. He's there to drive the drama.
The knee-jerk reactions are crazy.
I'm not. He even said that. No, I'm not. I'm here just to be the go-between. Between the teams and the judges for the viewers and the public's sake, you know. But it's like he's entering the thing to fucking win it himself. It's like he wants the prize money and he wants to, you know. It's like what the.
We want spaceship porn in the next great starship, not drama, says Russ Knuckle.
How many weeks have we had the next great starship running for right now? As of this point, 8 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So suddenly we need this ambassador.
Suddenly, yes.
Suddenly.
Now, either shit is going to get really different in phase 2, or
they're going to bring in the pregnant chicks, the pregnant 16-year-olds,
and they're going to start
sweet 16s.
Lock all the teams in a house.
They're going to lock them all in a house. There's going to be community challenges.
There's going to be one computer for all of them.
Yep, and it's going to be an old 386, and they're going to have to show them how to try to get it to work.
And Steve will have to break it all up.
We're going to stick them all in the same room. Or lock the door, wait 6 months, and see who comes out alive.
I know exactly who that would be.
Yep.
3 dingoes. They'd eat everybody else.
Yeah, 3 dingoes. Planeswalker says, it's sad that we care this much. I hate reading or hearing about this guy. How is this going to reflect in the game Chris Roberts is creating? If not, let's move on and talk about Star Citizen.
Yeah, how about we skip to the questions?
We can. No, but hold on a second. I just want to say something that... while that's true, I think this does have some sort of Star Citizen relate to it, but it's the fact that we are vapid. We've always been vapid. We're talking about a game that's not coming out for like 2 years. You know,
we got time.
We got time
to answer all these questions.
We talk about like the number of bolts that are in some ship that was designed 6 weeks ago or something like that. We talked about it for an hour. You know, I mean, so
and Kin Shadow says that he's a beautiful person and that they're not, except for Sandy. And that makes me think that it's like World of Warcraft. It's like, okay, we need an ugly race for this expansion.
Yes.
It's like, no, that's really not how this works.
Diagran, who watched the video, obviously, he says they need an ambassador because they want to incorporate Pop-Tarts. Exactly. Yes. All right. Let's move on. Let's start doing the Q&A. I guess I can read them off this week. And then
yeah, I'm out of practice.
Oh, you want to do it, Trinity?
No, because I'm out of practice.
I see.
And I'm being pestered by... Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Pop-Tarts? Okay.
No, I wish. I'd eat those,
Dude,
as long as they're not chocolate.
I don't know why I'm like having a Pop-Tart craving right now. And my diabetes.
I think Stockus mentioned it.
Yeah. Okay.
See what?
I thought it was you. Never mind.
So we got a bunch of questions, and we got some ones left over from last week. Let's see. Let's go to the old ones from last week real quick. From CCC Corp. In regards for 10 for the chairman, the chair ejector question, how easy do you think it will be to get out of the Aurora before it explodes?
It'll take you about 6 seconds.
That's a long time.
What if you're laying in bed?
But you gotta unstrap. You gotta get out of the chair. You gotta open the door. You gotta float away.
I think you're gonna die.
I think you're gonna die.
Wait, are we talking about escaping, or are we talking about climbing out to do EVA stuff?
Escaping,
I think they're talking
because
about
you're about to get fucked.
Yeah, they're talking about the scenario where there are ships that have escape pods, therefore you quickly run to the pod, jump in, and it's gone and you're safe. But there are ships that don't have that, i.e. the Aurora. So they're like, what's going to happen when you're damaged to that point and you have to evacuate? You know, how is that going to play? And I actually did talk about it on my stream about you know, one of those vague.
Yeah, but you streamed for 28 hours, so it's hard to remember what point you said that.
Basically, because when you walk up to something inside a ship, it's usually hit F to do the action, whatever. Yeah. So it's obviously going to be, you've got to hit F to get out of the seat, then you've got to run up to the door, then you've got to, you know, or if you're hoping you've already got your suit on.
But it has been stated, I'm just going to cut in, it has been stated that all those animations that you require to get into your chair and to open your doors can be fast-tracked because nobody...
What?
They discussed it. They haven't confirmed that it's going to be, because I was actually getting to that.
Right.
I was going to hit that point, but they haven't really confirmed that it's going to happen yet or not. They've said it's a good idea. I think someone actually suggested it to them on, might have been one of the Wingman's hangars, but they haven't actually confirmed that is what will happen. They've gone, hey, that's a really good idea.
It was about, I think, 6 months ago that it came up heavily in discussion because everyone was in the hangar, and for instance, you know, the animation for getting in and out of the constellation and getting, operating things inside your hangar was getting to the point where, look, I don't want to sit through a 7-second animation every time I want to do something like this. I mean, and SIG at the time said, yes, we are already discussing about implementing a realism factor where you could get rid of these animations or at least make them really quick so that they don't interfere with core gameplay. And they did comment on it back then. I don't know if that has evolved or that has changed or has been retconned, because it is SIG and it is Chris Roberts. It's something that he said 6 months ago. He could completely forget and come up with an entirely new thing.
Tell us how you really feel, Core.
Put it up.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
Yeah,
he's got a point, because what I heard was not that long ago. It was maybe a month ago, if that someone brought it up again, and they still couldn't confirm it. They still said that yes, they think that's a good idea and it should happen, but they still couldn't say, oh no, this is what's going to happen. You're going to rapidly press F, and that's going to make everything go really, really quickly, and you're going to run to your thing, you're going to jump in, you're going to pull your diapers up, you're going to go. No, they didn't say that. They didn't say anything like that. They just said, hey, that's a really good idea, we should look into that. And that was it. So unless they do implement something like that, people who own those ships are going to be fucked. Simple as that.
they did talk. They do this a lot, where they answer a question and they'll say, like, "Oh yeah, that sounds great, and we're gonna think about that, and we're gonna try and do it like this." And then 6 months down the line, they have forgotten their original answer or stance on it, and just answer with something that is kind of like it but completely different. And someone should really be writing it down, because it's I mean, if you look at the big scam, it's all in there. All the links are in there.
It's like politicians. Nobody actually ever records anything. Nobody records me saying the shit I say. How could this possibly come back to bite me in the ass?
It's on the big scam, the big document, the Star Citizen Admirer Manual, the big scam. It has all the data with all the links to every single quote ever made about certain topics. And if you want to read through it, it is ridiculously long. People have put so many man-hours into creating it. If you're ever really bored and have a lot of hours to kill, it's called The Big Scam.
Okay. You got a link?
I don't have a link. I can go look for it.
All right. So time to move on, or you want to keep with that one?
Next question.
Okay. Planeswalker NCO asks, they've mentioned how guilds will be implemented, or have they mentioned how guilds will be implemented?
You have an organization system, and it is already implemented in its initial form.
Mm-hmm.
So you have organizations, and you can create and join organizations under a number of different kinds of banners. Sort of general banners is a general organizational banner, and if you want to label yourself further, you can go ahead and do that. And you can have a lovely page on the RSA website. And that's how they're doing organizations. And they also stated on the most recent 10 for the chairman, I think, that the way that they're doing, yeah, exactly. The way they're doing like sort of umbrella organizations is that you can have your primary organization, you can have affiliate organization, so you can actually be affiliated with a whole bunch of different organizations, as long as your primary organization or parent organization is okay with you being affiliated with that, so that whatever you're affiliated with is not on your parent organization's blacklist. And the way he said, I think he also mentioned that there's not going to be friend lists or friends lists in the normal sense. There's going to be a friends list is just going to be a group of friends that they have their own little organization that they set up.
Yeah.
Right. I think that covers it, right?
Yeah, it covers it.
Well, you forgot one thing. He also mentioned Imperium.
For half a second.
The Imperium.
The
Thank you
Imperium.
very much. Excuse
Did
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, when he was talking about the primary organizations, he said, like the Imperium, is what he said.
Oh, that's good.
He was just scrabbling for a name, and that was the first one that came to mind.
I wouldn't mind if you called me the Geekdomo. Yeah, it's all right. At least
How
you got
many
a
are there?
shout out.
It's all right. Just don't let Stoff hear it being called the Imperium, because
We're
he'll...
gonna call it that from now on too.
Hey,
You could call it that. I'm not calling it.
Chris
I can call
Roberts said it.
that all
What's
I
he going
want.
to
I'm
do?
not a part. I'm not a part of the Imperium. I can call it that all I damn well please.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, baby. All right,
I
10
ain't
minutes,
nobody got
guys.
time.
10 minutes. We're giving away this ship, so make sure you're getting your coins and your tickets and everything. Let's.
Next
All right, next question. Pappy Boyington Radar says, say someone is boarding you and you still have thrusters. You switch off gravity and start rolling the ship. Don't you think the Rift will make people go sick, especially in real life physics of the game?
I hope so.
You hope so?
It would be such a wonderful dick move. Oh my god.
That would be cool, right?
Get on board that ship and take a step.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's like the Family Guy episode where everybody just keeps puking on each other.
MTG Gamer says, so would you call Star Citizen a new, current, better version of Trade Wars? You guys remember Trade Wars?
1984?
Yeah, the
Yes.
little text-based one. Yeah,
That was fun.
it was fun, right? And then they had
There's
Drug
still
Wars,
server-
which was a
I'm
lot of
pretty sure
fun.
there's still servers around for that. I could have sworn
That was a BBS game, wasn't it?
Yeah, supposedly Trade Wars was set in 2002, the future.
Hmm.
Good times.
Good times.
I didn't play it for that long. but it was
So I
fun.
think yes. I mean, you're gonna be able to do trading and stuff like that. Then Pappy Boeing Radar says, when do you think the female character comes out?
Well, seeing as all characters are currently just templates, probably not even
I
taking
can't
from
wait till
Star
they get the
Citizen.
actual motion cap guys running because I was watching my character run today and jump and it looks like he's taking shit every time.
That's great. I love it.
Carry the best.
It's what keeps me amused through all those hours streaming that hangar.
Just
Is
running
just
around and
watching
jumping?
that idiot run around like a twat. It's like, this is so funny. I'm so easily amused.
It's all right. Okay. Let's see. Hold on a second. I just got the this. Hold on. You guys who just wrote me, thank you so much. I got the things. Thank you. All right. Next question from Cyberwolf. In the recent 10 for the chair, especially this week's, you can see that Chris Roberts has a HOTAS besides him. I've seen the X52 Pro before, but this one looks more advanced setup. Do any of you know what HOTAS that is? Could it be a sneak peek of the official HOTAS for Star Citizen or something else? P.S. The stick looks like a CH pod. I don't know. I don't think
It's an X55.
It's an
I think that
X55.
was-
It's
I
the
think
new
that was
one,
explained.
right?
Yeah, I was actually explained on a separate
Oh, was it?
video.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Or no, actually, it was last week. Nikki told us what it was.
Oh,
She said that they had X55s at SIG, so that's what it is.
Okay, so if you're not familiar with the X55, it's the new like mid-ground HOTAS from SciTech, right?
Yes.
It doesn't have the LCD that mine does, but I don't ever use the damn thing anyway. And it's more of like a, but it's about a $200 unit, right? For the little
I think so. I'm not really paying attention.
It's not that expensive. It's not like they're $800 fucking deal. Okay. Next question. Bowl of Ramen asked, do you guys think the Asteroid hangar room system was shown? Oh, what do we think of it? We talked about this, but
We talked about it.
we love it. I actually am thinking about buying a Cutlass just so I can move my ship in there because
I'm
it's
definitely
way more
buying.
interesting than the business hangar. Yeah, the business hangar is sort of like anesthetic and white and clean and sanitary, whereas that looked dirty and grungy. And the place where they had the sort of the garage look with the engines hanging down. I mean, that's the place I would probably hang out. Whenever I think of space dramas or anything, I always think of stuff like that, like Red Dwarf. It's like dirty and kind of just crazy looking.
Yeah, Firefly-like.
Firefly-like, exactly. When the engine in Firefly's got freaking copper pipes and wires hanging off the damn thing. So, very cool. All right, Cyberwolf asked, intent for Chairman Chris Roberts brought up the concept of having more expensive cargo containers that have a low-jack tracking system. Do you think this would discourage pirates from attacking you if they see they might have cargo is more trouble than worth to steal? What do you guys think?
Kind of depends. I mean, if it's low jack, if they're gonna put low jack on containers, then there also has to be a way to disable low jack on containers.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if you're good enough, you could do it whilst you're stealing it, or whilst you're flying away with it. Whereas if you're bad with it, you might be only able to do it after you take it to a place. But after you take it to a place, then they've already found out where you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, it might add some extra things to it, but at the same time, the people who steal shit also need the opportunity to be able to steal shit.
Right.
So they also need the
That's their living.
technology or the equipment to be able to disable all of these things. So it's not about discouraging, it's about making it slightly more difficult or challenging, which should make it a little bit more fun.
I think what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm only going to carry shipments of low jack transmitters. So the cargo containers themselves won't have anything on them, but as soon as they get away with my thing, I just go, and it just turns them all on.
And it just spams the entire universe with...
Yes, it'd be perfect.
It's a good idea.
But it is a little more in line with, I don't really see, I mean, the low rent way of doing it, instead of buying the, like Chris Roberts was talking about, the more expensive cargo containers with a low jack built in, just buy a transmitter and stick it to the inside of the damn case.
Yeah.
Just get the regular one and put an aftermarket low jack on it yourself. Just remember to get it out when you leave.
There's got to be stuff like that they're going to add.
Yeah.
Don't see that as being a problem. Are you turning your mic on and off?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Here, click. That's okay. I thought that's what you're doing.
No.
All right. Let's see. So who's going to Boston? I am, says Ranger XML. I am.
So far away for you, you know.
Not far from me.
That's it was irony. Well, you know, sarcasm.
Yeah. It's not very far from me, but unfortunately, everybody, I will not be able to make it Thursday. There's just absolutely no way I can make it Thursday. I don't have a hotel room for Thursday, and I didn't know that this was going to be, you know, they were going to come out with that. I actually have a nice little Airbnb that I'm going to. But anyway, and also my wife is going to be my camera lady, and she is working on Thursday, so we just can't make it, and it's too early. It's too late to change the plans now. So I'll be there for all the rest of the time. I'm supposed to have an interview with Chris Roberts. I'm getting that all worked out, and so that'll still happen. But I don't think I'm going to be able to make it for the thing, the dogfighting module release. But I'm sure that they'll have computers on the floor for us to try it out.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right, next question. Let's see. Cyberwolf. I was reading some pirate posts on the forum. Someone brought up a year-old quote from Ben Lesnick saying, "You will not be able to board a ship with less crew than you have." So then, as a Connie couldn't board a Cutlass or Aurora, doesn't sound right. I don't think that.
I don't think that's what.
Again, if it's a year-old quote, like I said earlier,
Throw it out.
they probably forgot about it.
They probably forgot about it. Yeah.
I mean, they don't write all of these things down, right? Most of them are just ideas, and ideas have a tendency to be forgotten and come back up as like a natural thing, but they don't have to be the exact same ideas.
But you know
Especially-
that somebody's going to necro that thread when that kind of thing comes back up.
But that's the thing. I mean, they probably forgot about it, and you know it'll get necroed and it'll get thrown in their face, and they'll go, "Oh, but no."
Thanks, Terror Scott. That is a good idea. All right. Let's see. Next question. I just saw Wes's show at SIG Manchester office as a supersized yet another ship, this time the Retaliator, my pride and joy, now 70 meters long, up from 50. Will it still fit in my current deluxe hangar, or will I have to wait even longer for the PlanetSide module to have an outdoor landing site?
We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't
I
know.
say you just land on the outside of the hangar and just activate your docking claw.
That's a good idea. My Starfarer is not going to fit in a hangar either. And of course, Idris isn't going to fit in a hangar either.
They will fix that.
Is there a lid on the aquarium?
That's something somebody was asking about one day. They're like, "What if your hangar gets like attacked from the outside? Aren't all the fish going to come spilling out? Or if the gravity goes?"
There's
away?
emergency airlock over your fish tank.
There is a lid on the fish tank, so I'm guessing if the gravity goes away, all of a sudden the fish are sort of free floating in the water. Hopefully, there's no airspace at the top. 'Cause then
I wonder what it's like for a fish to swim in zero gravity.
Well, they already are in zero gravity, pretty much. You know, depending on
Well,
the
they're in
salinity of the
neutral
water.
buoyancy. That's not the same thing.
No, if they
I think
would.
they're
I mean, they would.
floating,
They would go like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'd be trying to control like their motion, but the problem is they can't actually generate force.
Right.
So they just keep
Against-
spinning.
Well, they can though because they're pushing against the fluid, so they
Yeah, they can.
Yeah,
they got
in a-
resistance against the water.
Fluid.
they can move that
In a
around, but they're still
vacuum,
going
they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, magnetic fish.
Well,
There's a
they'd
good idea.
embolize in a vacuum, so it doesn't really matter.
Wouldn't we all? So say we all. All right, next question. I was looking at the Voyager X store, browsing weapons, and I thought, are the guns on the turrets going to be replaceable for the instance ones Retaliator eventually to Connie? I do remember them saying that those ones that are in the store are just absolute crap. Like, they're okay as a starter weapon, but you won't be paying real money for any kind of upgradable...
Yeah.
It's horrible.
That's
Okay.
it.
It was like, oh yeah, your answer's fine. All right. Well, here, I'm going to ask this question, talk about it for a minute, because we're going to do our giveaway. If someone were to enter a jump point on one end and another ship enters the other, is there any risk of collision, or will the ships just spawn at either exit?
Don't know.
That's a bad question.
Don't know.
Don't
Read
know.
the next question.
Okay, next question. Okay.
I'll
Hot
think
off the
about that one
forums,
though.
Chris Roberts said no friends list in Star Citizen, that most social stuff will be handled by the organization system, but what if you want to have friends that aren't in your org? Okay. So
There-
go ahead
there
and
will
talk about
probably-
this. And then
There will probably be an organization, quote unquote, that acts as your friend list.
Yep.
We're giving away the ship now, everybody, so make sure you've bought your tickets. We're going to do it in 30
we-
seconds.
I think we already talked about that one too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Then I will address the two ships and one wormhole.
Go ahead.
2 ships, 1 hole.
Yes. Well, I wasn't going to put it that way, but if you're talking about a well-traveled, fully documented, I mean, everything's been mapped and everything, and there's like gates at either end.
Everyone and their brother has been in there.
Yes, it's like a village bicycle.
Yeah.
But no, because the 2 gates on either end, every time the gates are open, they communicate back and forth saying, okay, traffic coming this way, traffic coming that way. So no, there's nothing. But if it's an uncharted wormhole that you happen to both be at either end and you both go in, I would imagine that there is a chance of it, yes. But if you're going in opposite directions, your mass differential is going to be very, very strange. So you might actually pass through each other and nothing would happen.
Pappy is doing a countdown for me over here. Okay, Pappy, I'll just follow your countdown. Go ahead.
The problem is that the stream's on a lag. So.
Yeah, it's a lag. I'm already ready to roll. So.
Well, roll.
All right, well, people are still buying tickets like crazy people over here.
Well, eventually you got to cut them off.
Dazzler only bought 1 ticket.
I know, but Minty just bought 194 tickets. All right, here we go, guys. This is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raffle close. Okay. The closing raffle with 2,338 tickets purchased. Holy crap. And the winner is...
It's a fifth of StarCast.
Joe Fucker with 25 tickets purchased. Congratulations, Joe Fucker.
Congratulations, man.
I don't think that's how that's pronounced, actually.
Oh, what is it?
It's probably like Jaffa Kerr or something.
Jay Fucker.
Jeff Fucker.
Poor Malefic Gamer. It's okay, Mal. You'll get more coins. I feel bad. All right, Jay Fokker, congratulations. Please send me a Twitch message with your Star Citizen email account, and I will be able to gift that over to you right away. Congrats.
I'm trying to figure out what Cyberwolf was talking about. Not a what? That sentence makes no sense.
Where?
Cyberwolf. It's just about to scroll off the top of the thing. Not a what was it trending? A spit.
Not quite
What?
sure what that is.
I don't either. I don't. The sentence is not. What the hell, man?
I think you should answer it.
Look, whatever the fuck he's smoking, I'll have some.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right, moving on now. Let's see. Mr. Ninja Shoes 5s asks, do you think the group of Jack of trade ships would be good enough to make the specialized scouts dogfighters minimum improvement and not worth the cost? Does anybody know what we're talking about?
Wait.
I haven't a clue.
I have no idea. I'm like thinking maybe I just didn't read about this and I'm missing something. Okay.
What was it?
Do you think the group of Jack of trade ships will be good enough to make the specialized scouts, dogfighters, etc. a minimal improvement and not worth the cost?
No.
Okay, so they're talking about
So,
a bunch of
yeah.
ships that are good at everything, not specialized. They're saying a bunch of, we'll say, 300 eyes because they're just all-round ships and not really good at anything. They're talking about the difference in cost between them and a very specifically made ship, like a 325. They're saying, could people make a bunch of 300 eyes work well enough to not justify the extra cost in something that's more specialized, I guess.
Well, at the end of the day, you're paying for the hull, and how you modify it is what variant it becomes.
Yeah.
And even more so, how well you fly the fucking thing.
Right. So the 315P and the 300i, it's the same hull. You're just paying for different modifications. That's it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Gordon.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk the 300i and the 325, it's really, I guess that's probably a bad example because they are literally the same hull just with extra shit thrown on them. But I mean, let's go something a bit more different where it's
300 to 350R.
Yeah.
It has twin engines, so it's different. Okay,
True.
how about Hornet to Super Hornet? Again, it's got a double cockpit and a higher power plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're trying to get at that the Hornet is a designated dogfighting ship, whereas there are other ships like, okay, an Avenger's not necessarily a dogfighting ship. So they're saying, could you make a small group of Avengers? Could that be as effective as, say, a couple or a group of Hornets, which are designed specifically for dogfighting?
No.
So
My answer would be no. I mean, the limitation lies in the hull itself. I mean, the skill of the pilot, that factors in second, and then luck. But the hull itself is going to determine how much actual DPS, ignoring all the other factors, the ship can put out. How maneuverable it's going to be, what the max specs are going to be. All that is defined by the hull itself. Then all the other parts you put on to turn it into the monster that it can become. If everyone flies in the exact same thing, then it is the perfect ship for the job. But
right,
it's going to define. Yeah,
it's a platform, right? So if every ship is just a platform, right, for different weapons and all sorts of other things, it just depends on. You could have a totally souped up 300i. You could take like a 300i and you could totally like kit it out, right? Mm-hmm. But it doesn't matter how much you kit it out. It can't compete with a Super Hornet in terms of just raw power on that platform or potential power on that platform. There's nothing you can do.
No matter how much nitrous you channel into the cockpit.
That's right.
Right.
All right. Let's move it on here. Yoko Rose. Wait, I missed one here. This is from Malefic Gamer. This is more of an update to an old question, but how many ships do you all have? Which ships and why do you have the ships that you have? What are you shaking your head for, Stockus? The reason I said Stockus is not allowed to go to the site anymore is because Stockus has hit the hard cap. He's literally not allowed to purchase any more ships.
Sig has wrote him a letter saying, "Do not buy more ships."
There is literally no more hangar space for your ships.
I have bought no ships.
Which is weird because we talked about this during the Grumpy Old Gamer thing. There are people in Imperium that have close to 50 ships.
But on different accounts, right?
On different accounts, right?
No, same accounts.
What? Well, how is it that Stockus hit a hard cap? How many do you have, Stockus?
They hate him because he's a dick.
Hey, that's right. Now,
so there are people on the RSI forums, right, that posted videos of them walking through a very, very huge hangar just with 30 constellations in a row. And they had, in fact, bought 30 constellations, and they're on the Robert Space Industries website. So I find it very weird that Stockus tells me that there's...
I can even find you the letter and post it in chat. I
have two theories.
Okay.
I have two theories. So the first theory is that it's a purely Australian restriction, and that it's some sort of mandatory law in the universe that game companies can take over Australians to some degree.
Yeah, because you're all criminals over there.
We are.
Right. So permanent retribution. Second theory is that it's actually something new that they're implementing with the room system, so that now that they're having a room system, they want to have hangars of set sizes, and so they say, okay, there's a new limit we're instituting on people who are buying ships. You can't just buy 50 ships anymore. If you want to do that, you're gonna have to buy more rooms in your actual hangar space.
Alright, so this is... Give me a second.
Will they allow you to have more ships if you kill 30 cane toads per ship you want to have in the thing?
In that case, I'm owed a lot of ships.
Yeah.
It's an Australian pastime on
Let's
summer nights.
Let's go around the room either way.
I think you've missed two other questions.
Yeah, we'll go back. But anyway, let's go around the room. So, okay, I'll go first. I have a Starfarer and I've got a Ghost. Alright, Stockus.
I've got 2 Constellations, 2 Freelancers, 2 Cutlasses. I've got a 300i, a 315. I've got a 325. I've got an Avenger. I have a Ghost, and I have a Tracker Hornet.
Okay, perfect.
And that's it. Yeah.
I have a Constellation, a 315P, an Aurora, a Retaliator, and I will soon be getting a Cutlass as well, now that I've seen the Asteroid hangar.
Okay. Trendane?
Oh, don't ask me. I haven't got a clue what I have anymore.
You got a Freelancer.
You have a 315 and a Freelancer.
There you go.
Have you been hanging out in my...
He's a stock ass. He stalks your ass.
Wait, how do you think I know?
He gave you everything.
Well, maybe. I'm actually opening up my hangar right now to see what the hell it is.
You should have a freelancer and a 315.
I have more than that. It just
Yes, right, because you got, but yeah, it's
Yes,
like
I think he
got
nominated early
got
other
an
ones
LN.
too. Yeah.
I think he got an LN as well.
Aurora. I think,
loading.
Yeah, right, I just for the guys in Skype, I just put it at the bottom there, the one from Gerard.
Gerard.
Oh, okay. And Bod.
I got a Aurora LN, Constellation, a 350R, Freelancer, Cutlass, something else, an Avenger. I've got 7 ships in the hangar and I've got 5 that are not in the hangar yet. So 12 altogether.
Wow, that's great. 4.
What?
I don't even remember.
He'll never.
no.
He'll never tell.
No. I don't actually have ships. I just donated Sig a bunch of money and told him,
That's
I
easier.
don't need ships. That's how I went. Okay, I have an Idris, and I've got some other stuff, and I like my Constellation, and I like my Super Hornets, and I like all my ships, and mine fit in my hangar. I don't.
Stockus
But-
is just stacked that way. He has a hard time getting his things in small
Australia.
places.
Telling you.
Okay, now I know.
What?
I apparently have an Origin 315P
Mm-hmm.
and 2 Auroras,
Okay.
and my freelancer's way down there at the other end of the
Cool.
thing.
I remember I do also have an Aurora LN. I have at least one of every single ship you can physically purchase in the RSI
Which
site.
was a question that Mal just wrote by. He's like, how many of the ships you guys have are actually in the game? So I've only got 1.
No, I do have 3. There are multiples of them, though, but that are in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Good question. Okay, let's move on here. I scrolled down to look at your thing, so I got to get back to the question. All right. Yoko Rose, what are your thoughts on the crossbow that was just shown off on the RSI site? And only way to get it is by backing the game for another $45. Well, backing the game for more money is just moot at this point because we're all going to do it anyway. So that part doesn't bother me. What do you guys think?
I think you have to actually back the other game. You have to back Lord British. What's his real name?
Oh,
Richard
really?
Garriott. Yeah,
Another
apparently
game.
his name
I
is
see.
Lord British. Yeah.
Yeah, Shrouded Avatar.
Richard Garriott?
Yes.
Matt.
That was-
Yeah.
That was the Kickstarter.
Well, somebody
reward
leaked that
for-
to me because I didn't realize that. I saw it, but I didn't pay attention to that.
I am not
Yes.
interested
Okay.
in backing his game, so I will not get that crossbow, and I'm
Oh,
okay with
oh.
that.
Lord British and Chris Roberts go back a long ways.
They do.
Lord British is the guy who made the Ultima Online, for those who may not know.
And Ultima's 1 through whatever,
Mhm.
8, 12, 15, I don't remember.
All right, thanks, Bud.
Yeah, I mean, it was announced quite a while ago when the Shrouded Avatar was ongoing. I think this is just an update saying how the bow's coming on with some artwork.
It's kind of a neat looking ship.
It's a bow, it's not a ship.
Oh, it's a bow. I thought it was a ship. I'm like, oh,
It's a
that's a
crossbow.
ship. It looked just like a crossbow. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. It's a crossbow looking ship. $45? I don't know then. Yeah, if it's a ship, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, moving on then. We lost Core. He just said, "Fuck it, I'm out of here. Just, I don't want to be around anymore."
I think Core need to do blow his nose or something.
Core needs food badly. Core is about to die.
Your warrior needs food badly.
Core, shot the food.
Speaking of which, there's a new gauntlet
I heard.
on the horizon.
Very excited about that. I hope they don't do it like they did with Wolfenstein, which is like it's a complete like total separation from the old game. But
I remember playing Gauntlet Legends on the N64.
mm-hmm.
4-player co-op. It's good stuff.
Yeah. All right, Core is not.
Sorry about
there he is.
that.
There's
Yeah, I'm
Core.
back.
Yeah, Core needed food badly.
No, my I started sneezing and everything came loose for a second, so I was like, oh shit. I had to blow my nose repeatedly, so I figured I'd rather do it off cam than.
That's fine.
Your lips were about to fall off. And
All right.
Almost lost your beard.
Question that Yoko Rose posted about Cliff Blazensky defending the Oculus Facebook deal. We'll just, we already talked a lot about that, so we're just going to skip over that. Okay, so question from Cyberwolf. Has everyone seen Geekdomo stream last night and watched Domo lose his shit?
Yeah.
Doing a Domo.
Yeah, so it's become a meme now, I guess, or something. People are going to make t-shirts, I don't know, called Domo Rage.
I think StarCast did a demo on his stream this morning.
Yeah, it was...
I did not.
It was not my proudest moment, I'll tell you that, because it was pretty much everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, except I was able to get in the game. But when you have a land rush, and those, you got a land rush going back to the old days, they opened up on Oregon, said, here, take whatever land you can get to in the next 15 minutes, If your wagon wheel broke, your horse fell over and died, you'd be kind of pissed, because pretty much you won't get the land at that point, and that's kind of what happened to me yesterday. I put my claim flag down, dropped it. I didn't really like where it was, so I was just going to move it ahead 10 feet, literally. I was like, let me just scoot it ahead 10 feet. And I found out after the fact that you can't pick your flag back up without being able to you can't put it back down again once you pick it up. And then we needed to get some copper. So I run off to get some copper, come back, and of course the place that I wanted is now gone because it was a perfect spot right next to the Nexus. So I picked, I moved to a different server, found a great spot on a hill, and I'm setting up my claim flag, and I'm trying to set it down, and then somebody puts a flag right underneath me, literally right underneath my feet. I'm like, assholes. So I was screaming and yelling quite a bit yesterday, and I apologize for those who had to sit through that. So there we go. That was the story. Next question from Boil Down. Will there be a next Big Brother from VR Star Citizen Universe sponsored by Facebook? Excellent question.
Probably.
Next question.
Next question. All right, Bowl of Ramen says, in regards to having to climb out of your seat and perform actions like you do in the hangar at the moment, how do you guys think the animation should be handled? Should there be a contextual, faster actions necessary? Basically, you're in panic mood, get me out of this ship kind of thing? Is that what you're asking?
And we already answered that.
I think there will be explosive bolts that will shear the cockpit off the main fuselage, and you'll be just out.
You just float out in space. Make sure all you got to do then is just pull your mask down, and you're good. Okay, so question from Mr. Stompy. When will StarCast reveal what's so good about his org? LOL.
Mr. Stompy, it's so good because you're not in it.
Ooh.
Is this the one you tried to get me to join that you said you were just making it for a joke, and then you still haven't quite gotten rid of it, and that invitation is still there, and every time I see you, now you've got a banner on the forums for it and everything?
No, I made the org, and it was like, oh, this is funny, let's see, I'll make it, and then I'm like, you know what, I might keep it. And I sent you an invite just to see if it actually worked.
I know.
It was like, no, don't join. But
well,
I kind of like it.
I'll join your org when the multiple org comes in there, StarCast.
Well, that's the thing, actually. We've decided to use my org for other purposes once the multi-orging comes in. Multi-orgs. Don't we all wish?
Multiple orgs with balls deep. Yes, that's
right.
Pantsless, balls deep, multiple orgs.
That's right. No, but we've decided to actually use it for something, so I've held on to it because it actually serves a purpose now.
Okay.
So.
All right. Nabi Hobby asks, do you think Star Citizen has a chance to become an art?
No.
No.
An art.
It has a chance to become a game.
Entertainment.
Yeah, but it is. I mean, honestly, games these days are art. I mean, they really are. The people that do
the creation of games can be art.
I think
art
the games themselves
can be
are art.
art. I don't
What are you
think
going
so.
to be making in Star Citizen?
Pieces of ships.
I don't think so.
Are they
Not
customizable? It's
No,
not art if they're
what
not
happens is you
customizable.
start shooting at the ship, the pieces come off, and they make this pretty pattern in outer space that
I
floats
think
around.
maybe he's referring more to the fact that people have put so many man hours into how these ships look, feel, and are. Can the ships themselves, or at least the universe within Star Citizen, as it looks and feels, be classified as art?
I think
that's
Yeah, absolutely.
Gold
I think
Simulator's
that's
art.
Sure. I don't think playing Star Citizen can be considered art.
No.
I don't know. Art's a very.
Look, if
weird
it's a
thing.
naked chick with big boobs, sure, maybe, but otherwise.
All right. Zenthadil's question says, if I have a ship that has
Don't worry,
escaped...
Trelane. I'm just.
Or it could be a muscular dude with big cojones.
And that muscular. Could be Will. Sorry, go on.
Okay. You like Will? Does he know this? Have you?
I don't think he knows it yet,
now.
but one day he will.
One day he will.
No, I won't do that.
Trendy's standing outside of his door. If you have a ship that has an escape pod, when I'm about to my ship just. All right, if my ship's going to be destroyed and I have a ship that has an escape pod, do you think it's possible to use my escape pod as a last resort of ammunition and launching it into the other ship and having them destroyed as well?
Yep. If you can actually.
Suicide,
I
like
think-
kamikaze?
I think if you use your escape pod and you destroy yourself, if you're willing to like die, just to make sure the other guy.
Why
his
the hell
ship
would you
is
jump in
destroyed.
your escape pod if you were going to fly into your enemy anyway?
Just fly your enemy ship into your
You
enemy.
might as
Unless
well
your
fly
ship
your
is
ship
dead.
into
Yeah.
your enemy.
Yeah.
That's tradition.
Kamikaze.
You know, I'm a bit petulant. There's times I might want to do something like that.
There are times when, for instance, you're flying around, you're getting fucking peppered by something that you really don't want to be attacked by, and you're just so pissed off that you're about to lose your ship that you'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I did that in War Thunder all the time.
Right, no, right? You just slam your airplane into somebody else. Fuck you, I'm going out together with you. All right. Next question from Magdwar. Sorry, noob. Can you buy a lower ship and then upgrade it slowly to make a higher grade version of that ship?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a good
Depending on the
question,
ship,
Mag.
yes.
There's no wrong with asking these questions. Matter of fact, I like the noob questions because they're easy to answer and they're actually good for some people who might not know. Minty says, can you change the paint job except of all the parts? Will a 300i turn into a 325A or do you have to have a different hull?
No, same hull. All the parts are interchangeable. You just have to buy them. So if you own a 300i, you can turn it into a 325A. But you cannot turn it into a 350R.
Right.
And
Because that has a different platform, different engine.
Yeah.
The 350R
And it
has
runs on
twin
Windows
wings.
8.
Yeah, it runs on Windows
Yes.
8.1.
That's right.
Yeah.
8.1.
Actually, in the future, it's Windows 2073.
Which is an odd number, which is
It's an odd number, so
Right,
it's
it's
fine.
fine. It's good. You guys are quick, witty. Okay, real quick. Full of Ramen says, what is the best thing you guys can think of that could be implemented that could make Facebook and Oculus Rift integration work in Star Citizen, make a better game? I'm talking about some crazy implementation. I think he's being honest and sincere. So,
Farmville?
no, not Farmville.
You said honest and sincere.
I'm thinking that maybe, I don't know, maybe the social integration, maybe? I don't know.
I'm not gonna do anything. I don't want Facebook.
I don't want
yet.
people. Yeah, I don't want people. I don't want my mom
Star
knowing that I
Citizen.
spent 12 hours playing this game.
Put a wall
Look,
there.
there's a very good reason why my Facebook doesn't exist. So I to make one just to fucking use Oculus Rift, no. So
All right. With multiple package, will your custom NPC need to get paid, or will it be your personal slave, or in Trendane's case, the GIMP? I don't know this. We haven't got that far yet. I don't think we know.
I don't think there's an answer to this question yet.
Okay.
Because
And the GIMP does get paid, just not with money.
With love.
protein.
Oh, that's not the word I'd use for it.
Well,
Love
well,
juice.
that's a subjective term.
The love juice.
Protein.
Baby batter.
Baby batter.
Protein.
Protein.
Just keep saying protein.
Not necessarily human baby batter.
Oh, yeah.
Still protein.
That's all you need to live. All right. Last question from Ninja Shoes. Any idea how in-depth the crafting system will be? Will resources have different stats? Will produce different results like in Star Wars Galaxies, which I consider probably one of the best crafting systems in a long time. Although Trendane would probably argue Vanguard.
I could argue, but I haven't seen Star Wars Galaxy, so I don't know. I have no frame of
so
reference for
it's- yeah,
comparison.
I think there's some servers still running, right? Somebody's got some like. Doesn't somebody have like Project 99
yeah, I
kind of
think
thing?
SOE. I don't think so because I think SOE wasn't allowed to release the code for it
I
because
thought
it
they
was.
stole it.
Oh really? Maybe. Well, if they stole it, yeah. But SOE can't release the code because there's a copyright thing with EA and the Old Republic.
Yep. All right, everybody. Let's go around the room and say where we're from, where we're going, what's going on this weekend, and all that stuff because we're about ready to wrap up for this week's StarCast. Mr. Stockus, what's going on with you? Where are you from? What's going on? Streaming all the time.
I'm from the gutter.
Gonna get to
The gutter of the world, down the bottom of everything.
Nice beaches.
Yeah, we do. Full of dangerous shit. Sergeant Stackers on Twitter, on Twitch. Currently, we're going to be streaming beta for Landmark
for a while.
for a good long while. So
30
that's
days.
about it at the moment. Forever.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So yeah.
Oh, they say it's Star Wars SWGEMU Swegmu.
Sounds delicious.
Oh yeah, they wrote the code themselves. Yeah, that's what I heard about it. I blew my load. Yay. Okay, cool. Thanks, Minty. Perfect.
You can find me on Twitter at Perfect Nerd. You can find me on Twitch at Perfect_Nerd. In fact, just follow all of us at bit.ly/beardwar, and that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be streaming for a while now.
Are you not part of the team?
I'm not part of the Bearded Warriors.
Well, you gotta make.
You are. You have to make a Twitch.
Make a Twitch page, and we'll make you part of the Bearded Warriors.
So, like I said, I'm not part of the Bearded Warriors. You can't follow
When are
me.
you gonna start streaming, man?
I did it once.
He streamed some ESO. When the last bit.
Soon. When he's ready.
We'll get him ready. Okay.
Soon.
He's getting there.
Soon.
Core, tell us about your stuff.
All your stuff.
I will be streaming Red Dragon in about 4 minutes.
All right, we're gonna go raid
I will
Core.
be streaming Red Dragon every night for at least the foreseeable future. So, oh no, just you guys play your Landmark, and I'll play my
No, that's fine.
Red Dragon. So,
Some people aren't into Landmark. That's cool.
so yeah, come and hang out if you want to see some strategy fun, and yeah, that's it. Every night, come on.
All right, Mr. Bod.
BOD699, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. I've actually got into Landmark as well, and I've been sucked into that now the beta's out, so I'll probably be doing some of that too.
Chopping away at trees and digging holes.
Oh yeah, getting lost in holes.
Trendane, stop it. You're gonna hurt your eye. I told you not to do that. No! No, Trendane. The fact that you even know that works is scary to me. That means you've done it already before.
I used to do it in high school and just freak girls out. It was awesome. And then I'd put Elmer's glue all over the back of my hand and go, "Hey, Stacy!" And it would just... Oh, I was such a dick in high school. But you are what you eat.
Yeah.
So, I'm trending everywhere.
That's right. Any news coming up with? Can you discuss anything you're working on with your behind-the-scenes project?
My behind-the-scenes project.
Your VO work.
The well, it's not really behind the scenes per se. I mean, there and there's a couple of them. There's the stuff at voices.com that I'm auditioning for stuff all the time and have yet to be awarded anything, but I've only been doing for 2 days. Then there's the stuff at Beyond Skyrim, which is a group of modders that are they're trying to basically go from Skyrim and expand down into Cyrodiil and build one city at a time and expand out and do all of Tamriel. So Bruma is the first one they're doing, and Gopher did a video on it. If you go look up Beyond Cyrodiil Bruma, or Beyond Skyrim Bruma. And I've been cast as male even-toned voice and male guttural voice. For whichever NPCs might happen to have that particular type of voice. So we'll see.
What about the pony thing? Anything happen to that?
That is next month.
Oh, okay.
So in further reviewing the video, the contest stuff, it's really just encapsulated in the thing. Basically, I will be, I guess, maybe crowned princess of the fucking convention or something.
Nice.
Whatever. So hopefully it comes with a blowjob from a cute guy. Then I'll be happy.
Well, there you go. You can always hope for the good stuff. All right, and then I'm Geekdome everywhere. I'm doing Landmark forever for the rest of the month at least. I'm giving away beta codes every day. What are you doing with that? It's very distracting. Stop it with the frog.
No frog blowjobs, please.
Yeah, frog blowjobs do not count.
Kermit, please don't ruin my childhood.
Yeah, Kermit does not swing that way. Maybe Fozzie Bear. I'm thinking.
No, I don't care for Fozzie.
But he's a bear.
Cookie Monster.
Ooh, Cookie Monster
my God, yeah.
He could gobble some cookies.
I did speak about how Kermit and Miss Piggy fucked and created Yoda.
Ooh, that's a good thought.
Stuck as his four.
Because it is true. You combine Green and Ugly Pig, put them together, and the voices even match.
Well, because
you
it's
combine
Frank
the voices
Oz.
of the two. That's exactly right.
Right.
So it's true. And because of the weird pig-frog combo, it lived forever, 900 plus years.
Look as good, you will not.
Exactly.
That's right.
I wonder how long its orgasms lasts. What?
All right, next week, guys, we're giving away an Aurora. Okay? We're giving away an Aurora next week, and then the week after is the big giveaway, which is the Avenger. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, everybody, for coming tonight. Thanks, everybody, for playing the game. And for those of you who blew your load, I'm on every single day for 3 hours or more, sometimes 5 hours when you consider this show. So you have plenty of time to make your coins back up, and then we're going to have a brand new system starting like within the next week where you're going to be able to earn Domo coins off-site. So you'll be able to go to this website and do these daily quests, and you'll be able to earn coins over there and buy stuff over there like video games and shirts and hats and Ferraris and Domo dildos. All right, so let's end it right here. Thanks a lot, everybody. We will see you all next week in the verse. Until next time, see ya.
The raid, come to my channel, yeah.
Oh, wait, stop, pause, don't leave yet. Everybody, could somebody put your channel up there?